YouTube. It's Joe.
And it's Nat, and welcome to our very first YouTube Live.
We actually made it. Don't ask us how we got here, but we figured it out, and we are here for the very first time, coming to you to share some of the things that we've learned along our journey.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just to introduce who we are real quick, we are, as we said, we are Joe and Nat, the Love Mentors, and we help women over 50, single women over 50, navigate the crazy world of dating to find true and lasting love with a quality man.
Because they do exist. They are out there, and they're looking for a great woman like you to commit to when they find her.
Yes, and we are here today to talk to you about 3 things that you must know to help you along your journey of finding love over 50.
Yes, and in our journey of doing this kind of work, we've discovered that there were certain commonalities, certain things that cause people to succeed, and certain things that cause individuals to struggle. And that's really what this channel is about. So today we want to talk about the 3 main things that you need to know to make it easier to find love after 50. So let's just jump right in.
Let's just jump right in. So the first one is you are not clear enough. You are not sure exactly what you want in a man and from a relationship. You might think you know, you check online dating profiles and say, oh, this guy checks all my boxes. And you talk on the phone, you go on a couple dates and, oh, yeah, he checks all my boxes. But then you realize, oh, no.
I need more boxes.
I need more boxes because there's
Right.
definitely something missing here.
Right. And I think that's really clear is because at this stage in the game, if you're like most single women over 50, you just want a decent guy, right? You just want a good guy who's going to love you the way you want to love him. Really not a lot to ask for, but you need so much more than that because very often what happens is you meet a good guy, right? And as Natalie said, he appears to check off the boxes, right? He's fun. You got great chemistry. He seems to treat you well. He's financially responsible. All things that make him a decent guy. But then somewhere down the road, you invest your time and energy, and you realize that he may be a good guy, but he's not the right guy. And now you're going back, going, oh, now I got to do this dating crap again. I got to go back to the drawing board. And there's only, let's face it, there's only so much of that you can take before you just go, forget it. I'm just going to join the convent and get a bunch of cats. But we're here to say is that, you got to get clear, and we're talking crystal clear.
Absolutely.
So that's the first thing you got to know.
Absolutely. Number 2 is you don't believe that you can have it. You don't believe that finding a man to share the rest of your life with is in the cards for you. You, on some level, unconsciously feel that you're not worthy to have it.
Right. And I think this is one where you have to just sit back and go, that's kind of hard to swallow it. And we understand that. But this is where you have to take what we call as mirror time and get real. Because logically, we're going to, what do you mean? Of course I'm worthy. Because, of course I deserve it. I believe I can find it. I've been trying to find it for all these years. And we get that. But you have to understand that there's a difference between what you believe at the conscious logical level and what you believe at the subconscious emotional level. And so very often, as Natalie was discussing, is that if you don't really believe you can find, or you're worried that you can't find it because, hey, I've been trying all this time and I still haven't found it, and that doubt creeps in, or there's a part of you that believes you may not be worthy of it. And again, logical, but I am worthy. You may say that logically, but underneath at the unconscious level, and we see this all the time, you may not feel worthy of. That's very often why you may stay with guys a lot longer than you should have, or you allow guys to treat you in ways that you don't deserve to be treated. And it's not because you're a bad person, it's because at the unconscious level, there's some stuff there going on where you may believe that you're not worthy. And so there's a real simple way of knowing is just look at your past few relationships and see if you really behaved in those relationships as if a woman who was worthy. Because when you truly are worthy and you are clear, it's like, no, this is who I am. This is what I'm looking for. And if you can't love me like this, then I got to go and you got to go.
Right.
That's when you really embody being worthy. But if you don't, you're going to second guess, you're going to overthink, you're going to tolerate things that will lead you into a relationship that will never be the relationship that you really want. So it's really important that you know that.
Right. Now, number 3, A lot of you are already maybe saying number 3 in your head because you're like, Joe and Nat, I know exactly what I want. I am crystal clear. And you know what? I know and I truly believe in my heart and soul that I am worthy to find a man to love me the way I want to be loved. But you're saying, I just don't know where to go or what to do to find him. Dating is so different than it used to be. And this online dating thing just takes it to a whole new level, and it's frustrating and you feel crazy and you're like freaking out like, what do I do?
Yeah, and again, it is complete. Dating is the world is very different today than when we were in our 20s and 30s. So it just makes it more challenging. And so if you are clear, like Nat said, you know you're clear, and you do believe it's out there, and you do believe you're worthy, then that tells us that where your struggles lie is just not knowing how to put yourself out there to find the type of guy and the type of relationship that you're looking for. You know, dating isn't just throwing a bunch of things at the wall and hoping something will stick. I always say dating is so much like dieting. So many people are doing it, but very few are getting long lasting results. And there's a reason for that. And that's some of the things that we do is we help people understand how to make those changes. And so you're not broken. You don't need to fix. You just need to understand what's really stopping you from experiencing the results that we believe you created to have.
Right. And actually, this is something that we do teach in our mentoring program. So if you feel you're struggling with 1, 2, or 3, or 1, 2, or all of them, just reach out, send us a message. Our information to, get in touch with us is always in the description of this video. So we'd be happy to see if we can help you or even steer you in the right direction.
Right. So again, now before we wrap it up, I want to share a story of kind of how this all works in the real life, because it all sounds good, right? But is this really true? Is this how it works? So a woman came to us not that long ago, and she was in a place where she was smart, she was highly educated and successful. Every area of her life was wonderful, but she wanted someone to share her life with. And she just wasn't having success. She would meet guys, she'd go on dates, she had relationships, but they never led to the relationship that she really wanted. It was never the man that she truly desired in her heart. And so for a long time, she would settle and she would continue to stay in those relationships until one of two things happened. The guy just would ultimately decide, you know what, you're not the woman I want to be with, and he'd leave and go find somebody else. Or she got to the point where she's just like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. But she realized she would waste so much time and energy to get to that place. And so she thought she knew what she was looking for. But also we helped her get crystal clear and identify really what it was that she needed from a partner to have the relationship that she really wanted. So we got her crystal clear. And then there was a part of her when we got real and did this work where she was afraid that she was never going to find the relationship that she really wanted. She knew she was worthy. She knew she deserved it. But she was afraid that she would never find the relationship that she really wanted. And that was one of the reasons that she kept settling and staying in relationships that weren't serving her the way she really wanted to be in a relationship. And then she had no clue about dating. Like most people, she's like, oh, I go online, I meet some guys trying to go on dates, have these conversations, they text endlessly. And it was just a complete waste of time and energy. And she just didn't know it. She didn't know how to attract the kind of guy that she was looking for. Because those quality guys, they're out there. But if they don't know that you exist and you don't stand out from the crowd and you kind of sound like everybody else, they may never realize that you were the type of woman that they're looking for, and they'll go find somebody else. So we showed her how to make all these changes. And not that long after, she met a great guy. And actually, I was looking on Facebook today. She's actually not on her honeymoon because they've been married.
They've been married like 4 years now.
But what happens is they're actually in Aruba on vacation and, showing these pictures and, going motorcycle riding and going on boats and having these beautiful romantic dinners. And I always laugh because here was a woman who not that long ago was like, I don't really believe it can happen. And it's like, our truth is that everybody is a divine creation who, if you have a desire in your heart, you were meant to experience and create that desire, but you've got to do your part. We believe God, universe, whatever you believe in will do its part. We'll support you and give you everything you need, including videos like this, but you've got to step up and you've got to make the changes. And when you do your part in the right way, internally and externally, that's when the God universe is able to do its part.
Exactly. And just so you know, we are going to be going live on YouTube every Wednesday.
That's the goal.
So we would love if you will like this video, comment, and subscribe so you are, so you're notified every time we go live.
Sounds good. All right. And if you have any questions, put those in the box below and we'll answer. Okay. Love and appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.